Offense is never a question when it comes to wide receivers, and these two are no different. It's Thomas's Broncos going up against Robinson's Jaguars. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. As we get set here, Charles, we talk about wide receivers. You know, Larry mentioned it in the open, but that's a big spot to look at here in this one.
I think he identified it perfectly because these guys have such an impact on the game nowadays because they throw the ball more than ever. And whether they're throwing it short, medium, or long, can they snatch it out of the air and create even extra yardage with run after catch?
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. This fielded at the 2. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So the Jags at 2-9, they take the field. Blake Bortles. Well, while they did lose in Week 12, Charles, they did score a touchdown on their first drive for the first time in 25 games. So that streak is over.
It's amazing what you have to do in a season that the Jaguars are having. You have to really down focus on what your goals are because you're really not talking playoffs to the team. You're not talking about winning the division. But as you noted, they hadn't scored a touchdown on their opening drive in 25 games. Time to get that done, and they can cross it off their list.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now the second-year man from Alabama, T.J. Yeldon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
They keep it with Yeldon on 1st down. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. And for this offensive unit that we'll see here in just a second, T.J. Yeldon is certainly someone to mention.
Came out of Alabama with a lot of attention, but earned it. This guy is better and better at a lighter weight. Shifty back who can finish with power.
Second down, 8. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away, but that brings up 4th.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And that hits the crossbar and comes back, and it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
First carry for the rookie He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Paul Posluszny, the linebacker, brings him down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
On second down, here's Siemian. And hauled in here by Jordan Norwood. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
On first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
We got three. Here we go. Green 39.
Running again, and again it's Booker. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability, and I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning.
Here we go now.
They go play action here on first down. Finding time. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd and 10, Siemian. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Siemian. He's got time in the pocket. All kinds of time. And Latimer's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. First and goal from the 5. They'll try and run with Booker. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Devontae Booker taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
On him. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And this Jacksonville offense, they get ready to go again. And, where does this offense go from here right now? They're 2-9. Not to look too far into the future, but is Blake Bortles' job safe going into next season?
I think that it actually is, and here's why. Because he was the number 3 pick in the draft. I think the front office will still be there next season. But I also know that if they're going to build this team up again, they will start at the quarterback position, and they will start there with Blake Bortles, work on his game, and continue to try and add pieces around him. I don't think they're really close to giving up on him just yet.
Room here to run. T.J. Yeldon. Touchdown, Jaguars. T.J. Yeldon, 72 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. These Denver Broncos take the field coming off a 3-point loss, a heartbreaking 3-point loss to the Chiefs. But Trevor Siemian was great. His first 300-yard passing game since week 3, finished with 368, 3 touchdowns as well.
And it's justified more and more why he was taken in the draft by the Denver Broncos when most people expected him to not be drafted by anyone. And what about the signature play against Kansas City on the big scramble? Kept moving around, kept the play alive, and threw a touchdown pass. I think Trevor Siemian now has cemented himself as a starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos for the rest of 2016.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, 74 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
DeMarcus Ware may be a veteran, but he's not just a wily one. He's a terrific producer. Still extremely difficult to block when he's rushing the passer.
Yeldon, the lone running back. Now Bortles surveying the field. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there. Bortles to Robinson. 61 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Two there, and it's third down. So Miller in on the stop there. He was in on 9 stops in Week 12 in that loss to Kansas City. Also 3 sacks for Von Miller in that game.
You've done your fair share of basketball in your life. Think about when you see guys who have the hot hand on both sides of the for both teams, right? They go back and forth, trading baskets and all. Didn't it feel that way? Von Miller and Justin Houston of Kansas City. Miller 9 tackles, 3 sacks. Houston 10 tackles, 3 sacks. What a performance they put on.
Bortles now on 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Looked like they had a window to get that in there, but a good job rallying defensively.
Excellent timing. No pass interference. The hit jars it loose, and now they force them into a decision. Do you go for it on 4th down or kick the field goal?
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Myers able to knock it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, he got an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And he'll be happy he got a second chance so quickly after missing the first one. Now he's got the confidence back up before we even finish the first quarter.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. The drive starts with Devontae Booker. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And I don't want to say that this offense starts and ends with Demaryius Thomas, but sometimes it starts and ends with Demaryius Thomas.
There's no reason you can't say it if it's the truth. He is the alpha and the omega of the receiving corps.
Second down following the run.
Here we go now. 3, 9, 10.
The rookie Booker with another carry. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Green, 39.
3rd and short. It's Booker. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll try the right side with Booker. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Prince Amukamara is a former first-round cornerback who's looking to become king.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll run with Thompson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
3-19.
Siemian on third down. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
They come up in an offset eye. They begin with a run by Yeldon. A nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Gives to Yeldon on the draw. An absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On first down, Bortles. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Golden, the lone running back. He's going to get the football. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. On third and long, it's Bortles. He's got time. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. On second down, here's Siemian. Pass incomplete. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've hit the end of quarter one. 14-10 the score. More from Jacksonville after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Third and long, it's Siemian. On the right side, caught by Green. And a nifty little deke juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken around the 12. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Broncos heading back out onto the field. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now, hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Again, it's Yeldon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Brad Nortman now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They go play action here on first down. Finding time. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball? Meaning a 50-50. The ball's in the air, defender's there, receiver's there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
Second down now after the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Siemian. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Siemian. He's got time in the pocket. Going for trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Bortles going to give to Yeldon. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Yeldon, the lone running back. They'll get the football here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When we did DeMarcus Ware's games in Dallas, didn't we spend most of the time talking about him rushing the passer?
We did, and how about now?
Oh, boy, he's expanded his game in a big way. Really does a great job in the run game now, using his length, using his leverage to hold the point of attack and make plays as we just saw there.
Offense. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lee. And some room to maneuver. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, 64 yards. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get the top speed and complete that play.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. The touchdown, here's Myers. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. They'll run with Booker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Right back to Booker. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Here's Siemian now on 2nd down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And for Sanders, first touchdown since week 4 in week 12, and he did more than that, 162 yards receiving.
I think what really impressed me the most, though, 99 yards receiving on 1 drive.
Oh, yeah. because of that personal foul penalty.
Yeah, they ended up setting them back. I think it was against Gary Kubiak. He was, in the white when he ran into an official inadvertently, but that's a penalty because he's supposed to be back from the side of the field. Emmanuel Sanders said, no problem. I got you, coach. Picked him up and took him home.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
2nd down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Again, a run with Thompson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, I'd have to say in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator?
No doubt about it. All you're trying to do is get the 2 yards necessary for a first down. Then you look up, you got a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot more than that, indeed. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A give, running right, it's Booker. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
A 2nd down carry for Booker. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun on 3rd, Siemian. Still back there. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
Ball start, offense. Still 3rd down.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. 3rd and long. It's Siemian. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And now look at him go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here comes the Jags. They'll start out on the ground with Booker. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense. Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Siemian. Norwood's got it, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Fresh set of downs here.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Siemian on 1st down. Green's got it over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards on the pickup, and it's a 1st down for the Broncos.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Siemian now to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And that incompletion gives me a second to say I'm sorry, because last week I knocked your yams, and my mom made a casserole with yams, and it was spectacular on Thanksgiving, as was the football. It was a great 3 games.
No one knocks the yams first and foremost, and I want to thank your mom for making that casserole and turning you around. But look at the games we had. Minnesota, Detroit, 4th quarter comeback for Detroit once more. They had a big win. How about the second game? Washington at Dallas. Washington onside kick late with a chance to try and get the ball back and win it. And then the last game, Big Ben, once again a monster performance against the Colts. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Still 3rd down.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing on 3rd down, Siemian drops it underneath for Booker. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Getting set to go again, Blake Bortles marches back onto the field with his offense. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
It really helps your play calling, because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the 2nd quarter. Yeldon, the lone running back. Bortles now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. All right, partner, we got Black Friday, Cyber Monday in the rearview mirror. Now it's football focus time, and it's getting towards the playoffs. If we look at the NFC playoff picture right now, legitimately, who can challenge the Cowboys?
Well, I think first and foremost, you're going to say Seattle because of the way they play defense. If they get everyone back healthy, look out. That would be a heck of a battle. But I'm going to give you one that may surprise you, and I think it's the New York Giants. And the reason being, that's their MO. They get hot late in the season, and they're always a good playoff team.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the 1st down yardage there.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Hey. You got three. Three down. Here we go.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. A reminder, coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Wide open receiver complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. 4 catches last week for Marquise Lee. Scored another touchdown. Did not have a touchdown prior to week 11, but now he scored in back-to-back weeks.
And that's the Marquise Lee I remember coming out of USC. So elusive, so what I used to call bendy. You try to get a direct shot on him, tackling him. He often not just missed, but just glanced off of him, and he continued downfield. Now starting to make his mark in the NFL, becoming a reliable target downfield.
Bortles now to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Another pistol look here. Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Robinson with a big catch. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Bortles now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So they're operating in the red zone. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. This will be caught just inside the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Bortles to throw once more. His pass caught at the 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Surveying the field. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. And they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6, an unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top as we send you downstate to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Jaguars are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Broncos just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. 3rd down from the 32. The connection will be made from the gun, and he'll end up at the 5-yard line before being tackled. Later on the drive, Hooker's got it on the run. He caps off the 7-play drive with the score. The Broncos take the early lead. 1st and 10. It's going to be a run play here, and he's gone as he sprints into the end zone. The Jags tied up at 7. Now 1st and 10. Here the pass will be completed into coverage, and this will go as a touchdown. The Broncos up by a touchdown. Broncos ball early in the second. The pass ends up being picked off. Gibson's happy to come away with the pick and end the drive. Offense now with the shot after the interception. Pass will be completed over the middle. And this long run goes for a touchdown. The Jaguars up by a field goal. Third down at the 36. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon in charge. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He's got time. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
All right, Brandon, we've got a minute here. Let's talk about some of the top performers from last week. And I'm going to start with Tyreek Hill with the Kansas City Chiefs. What he did, phenomenal. The first rookie since Gale Sayers in 1965. Rushing touchdown, receiving touchdown, return touchdown.
Who else you got?
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and Mike Evans, the wide receiver with Tampa Bay. Over 1,000 yards again in a season. He's done it every year he's been in the league. His first 3 seasons, he's joining some really nice company. And last but not least, don't leave out the defenders. How about the sack duel we had? Von Miller of the Broncos, Justin Houston of Kansas City. 3 sacks each in their great game. Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the gun on third, Siemian. Completes it to Norwood. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. Finding time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Let's go, defense. It's our time. It's our time.
They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. We got three, fellas. We got three.
On the counter, it's Yeldon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
10 yards still left on second down. Play action. Now it's Bortles. And fights him off. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw, it's Bortles. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession, and so far they've done a nice job of that.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here's the Jags defense now as they head back out there. They recovered the fumble last time. 3 turnovers for them in this game. They've been, that word opportunistic comes to mind, right?
Exactly right. And you know guys on defense, they say the turnovers. The offensive guys call them turnovers. We call them takeaways. We go get them. And that's exactly what they've done in this game.
The former DB making sure you know their takeaways on the defensive side.
Takeaways, man.
It's Booker, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, while there's no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
To throw on second is Siemian. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Siemian on first down. He's got time in the pocket. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. A gain of 6 there on first.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
4 yards remaining now on second down. On second down, here's Siemian. Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Broncos a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Now a first down throw. Siemian completes it to Norwood. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Here's Siemian now on second down. And caught right side, Green. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Siemian on third down. He's got his man here. It's Green. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They come out here in the eye. On first down, Siemian. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Every time I see a hitch pattern dropped, I go back to the combine because there's a drill that they use all the time that's called the gauntlet drill, where a receiver catches the ball and just works his way straight down the line and catches it from different sides. And the problem with that drill is that you don't actually have to secure the catch. You just kind of catch it, drop it immediately, and keep moving. And sometimes that shows up on plays like this.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Siemian now to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And McManus able to put it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. T.J. Yeldon working his way back out onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Now Bortles a give to Yeldon. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's a pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
They come out here in the eye. Now T.J. Yeldon. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second down, here's Bortles. Surveying the field. Look at the time. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. Yeldon, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On first down, it's Siemian. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So, partner, last night at dinner, we got talking about that Miami Dolphins 6-game winning streak. But, you know, they're not the only ones on a streak right now. You got the Giants at 6 games, and don't forget the Raiders now 5 straight wins.
And how about the Giants season? 1-2 to begin the season, lost 3 in a row, and have won those 6 since then. So they're on a nice little run. How about the Miami Dolphins? They've won 6 in a row as well. The first time since 2008, and that's the last time they went to the playoffs. And Oakland, this 5-game winning streak has carried them to a 9-2 record, their first winning season guaranteed since 2002. And by the way, thanks for picking up the check.
You bet.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Let's go! 3-19!
Throwing on third down, Siemian. He's got time. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
So the defense forces a 3-and-out, but they got some help along the way. They threw it on first down, and when they were unsuccessful, it became 2nd and long. Didn't get it again on another pass. Went 3rd and long, and they almost had to put it in the air. They may want to rethink some strategy going forward.
And take it right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Here's the option going right. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. To throw, it's Bortles. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st down, Bortles. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. The big fella. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Another tough one there for Blake Bortles, partner. 2015, led the league in fumbles as a quarterback, right? Had 14 of them. But you just expect that to get better with experience in the league and, of course, better support from his offensive line. In this case, though, he kind of reverted back to that year.
So the Broncos coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Following the fumble recovery, Siemian finding time. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. A man who missed his entire rookie season, Dante Fowler, in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work. On
2nd down, here's Siemian. And that That'll be incomplete. Devontae Booker, the man he was trying to get it to. And it's third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Third and long. It's Siemian. Got a man. He finds Sanders. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Out of the gun, Siemian. Did he get the feet down? Yes. Touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
McManus now for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. On first and 10, here's Bortles. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. A gain of 6 there on first.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Bortles to throw on second down. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Bortles now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Six yards to go here on second down.
We got three, fellas. We got three. There we go. Green, 90. Green.
They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard, because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
False start, offense. Still second down.
Six yards here to go for the offense on second down. To throw on second is Siemian. Drops it underneath for Booker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
On first down, it's Siemian. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a gain of 20 that time, and it's a first down for the Broncos.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a first down throw, Siemian. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. On second and 10, Siemian. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Off of play action, Siemian. He's got time in the pocket. Going for it all. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
And McManus able to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal. And if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On first and 10, here's Bortles. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
Second down now after the pass completion. Now a handoff to Yeldon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They keep it with Yeldon on first down. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run the option left. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
There we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Watch A9, watch A9, it's yours. There we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Now Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Jared Crick in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Here's Brad Nortman now. He's been terrific so far. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And Denver getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I don't want to make it sound routine, but I'm never surprised when Jalen Ramsey bats a ball away or makes a play on the football. Because watching him throughout his college career, you saw him play free safety, strong safety, cornerback, nickel slot. Why? Because he has all the gifts you're looking for. The ability to change direction, the speed to run with your fastest guys out on the perimeter, and he's almost 210 pounds. Good ability to tackle in the run game as well and deal with physical receivers such as tight ends. I thought he was one of the best athletes in the draft. I had him rated as the #1 player on my board, and that type of play justifies the faith I had in him.
Green's got it over the middle. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. 3-19.
They go play action here on first down. He's got time. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd and 10, Siemian. Incomplete. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Hey. Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Throwing on 3rd down, Siemian. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over. Right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
They'll run the option left. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Here we go. Green 39.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Oftentimes when the guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Brian Walters there, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Here's Brad Nortman now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. On 1st down, it's Siemian. Catch here, left side, Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
To throw is Siemian. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Siemian on 1st down. Finding time. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense.
Here we go. Blue 90.
2nd and 10, Siemian again. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the defense lines up looking for one final stop.
And they will be playing for the pass in this situation, not expecting any type of a run.
Siemian wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. From the right hash, this from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So now then, it's a big kick there to get this game back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal could still do you in.
Brandon, we're going to see right here. I would expect that after the kickoff, this offense is going to come out throwing. So those first few plays are going to be the key.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
To throw is Bortles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Bortles to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Yeldon, the lone running back. To throw, it's Bortles. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Derek Wolfe. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
This is Yeldon. A strong running. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Brad Nordman now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. "45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now it's Siemian. Completes it to Norwood. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Siemian now to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Siemian. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Siemian. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. Here's Booker. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit. Even though I'm not rooting for either team, that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So we saw a lot of points. Overtime comes. The defenses, they clamp down.
Rather amazing, isn't it? Because would you have even thought that we'd get to overtime after what we witnessed for 4 quarters?
Not at all.
And have 0 points on either side? Not a chance, right? And somehow it happened. We always talk about making adjustments. Maybe both defenses took 4 full quarters in order to get an adjustment. Got 1 good period in for both defenses, and now they go home. You buying tonight?
I thought it was you. I did last week. I did the last 2 weeks.
Oh, I was trying to go for 3.
Dinner on you, my good
Tried
man.
to go for 3.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Out of the pistol, it's Yeldon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win 1 every now and then.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He's got time in the pocket. Wide open receiver complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Jared Crick there to get him down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Again, it's Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And Myers able to knock it through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. All right, so they're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now it'll be up to their defense to try and see this one out.
So remember now, a field goal on this next drive would get us to sudden death. Any kind of turnover or turnover on downs would end the game, as would any touchdown. So this one's still very much up in the air.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Surveying the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 2nd and 10, Siemian again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time. Great protection. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They get 31 yards that time. And it'll give the Broncos a 1st down. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a 1st down throw, Siemian. And that is incomplete.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Siemian drops it underneath for Booker. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Off of play action, Siemian finding time. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Illegal touching, offense.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This to keep the game alive. And McManus able to put it through. And we are tied once again here in the overtime session. Well, this one certainly has not lacked for intrigue. What do you say we keep on playing, partner?
Well, it's okay by me, Brandon. That is yet another pressure field goal right there. Each guy's made one here in this overtime. And from here on out, it'll be the next score that wins.
So each team's had it. Each team's put up 3. It's sudden death now, and here we go. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the defensive unit for the Broncos. They trot back out there. And 3 points surrendered on the last drive against them. They bent a little bit, but they didn't break.
I like that, and that's not always wrong. We run into a lot of coordinators that talk about, well, if I give up 3 points, my whole day is ruined. Actually, it's not. Just giving up field goals usually gives your team a chance to win if you're playing good defense.
Yeah, especially in the National Football League. first down. Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. On the run, it's Yeldon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Shotgun now for Bortles. He's got time in the pocket. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep for Demarius. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Bortles to throw on second down. His throw incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Now it's Yeldon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Here's a give to Yeldon. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll run here with Robinson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long